morning, boys. So it's currently 4:04 a.m. I woke up about half an hour ago at 3:30, and I've been going through a little bit of a hard time this week, and my way of coping with that is just to go double down, just to go all in. So I decided it's time for a 3:30 wake up and a cold plunge. It's currently freezing outside. It's 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Cold as fuck. The water's gonna be absolutely deadly, but I refuse to let that hold me back. At the end of the day, I know where I'm going, I know where I need to be, and so I will do exactly what is required to make that happen. Bad days will happen. Some days I won't be able to record these videos because my mind is too foggy, because whatever, right? But still, I will be there to try, but still I will show up to do it, because that is where my mind stays focused, regardless of any external feelings and factors. And I think that's very important for you guys to understand. On some days, you'll feel like shit. You'll feel like a loser who doesn't know what he's doing, but then the next day, if you just keep on going, you'll feel like the king of the world, right? It's so up and down with self-development. It's so all over the place. It's so chaotic. It's an emotional roller coaster. It truly is. But that's because you will be tested. Life will test you, see if you're made for it, and that's where you need to persevere. That's where you need to keep on going. Things like these 3:30 a.m. wake-ups for no fucking reason, just because I felt more tired that day, is exactly what you need to do sometimes, because that's where you get that edge. That's where you get that extra. You know what I mean? That's my mentality. If you fuck with that, keep showing up here. If you don't, this might not be the channel for you. It's been a long time since I made one of these documenting videos. I always do the talks these days where I just sit down in my car or in the kitchen and just talk. But I decided I need to get back to documenting my shit more. So more videos are coming up where I just basically do shit with you guys. So instead of just doing this cold plunge and recording a little clip, I'm just gonna, do this with you guys, where I do the talk before, I do the talk when I'm there, and I do the talk after. You know what I mean? I don't know how much I'm gonna talk there because it's gonna be cold as fuck, but yeah, I like these type of videos. I feel myself. It's cold, but not cold enough to break my mindset. Sometimes I get emotional thinking about all the shit I'm doing, the effort I'm putting in, just realizing how far I've come. And other times I feel like I'm not doing enough, you know what I mean? It's all an emotional roller coaster, like I said this morning. You got some beautiful view, the history of Amsterdam. Let's get it. Oh yeah. Sometimes you just gotta break the mold. You just gotta break the cycle, break the loop with something extreme, something that just breaks it right in half. And I feel this after being in this loop of just being mentally down for the entire week. We're starting off this Monday with a cold plunge, 3:30 a.m. wake up. That's how you do it. That's how you break the mold, guys. That's how you snap out the situation that you're in and give yourself the higher up, give yourself the upper edge. And oftentimes in this space, people repeat the same things: discipline, hard work, motivation, all these things, but so many of these guys don't live by it, man. So many of these guys aren't actually about it. But I hope anyone seeing this can just take inspiration from it and use this and move forward with more intent, move forward with more progress and growth. Brother, I'm gonna head back home. It's cold as fuck. Dreams don't work unless you do, so fucking work for it. Let's get it, remember that. The way that I've learned to use motivation has been absolutely life-changing, and it's probably not what you think. So motivation obviously is this surge of the power that you're feeling, this surge of wanting to take action. It's, motivation from stuff that you get from maybe getting a certain result, maybe seeing a video online that was inspirational, maybe this video gave you some motivation. But what I've learned from motivation is a couple things. First off, it fades, right? Motivation is unreliable as fuck. It comes 1 second, another second is done. The moment it comes to actually taking action, all of a sudden it's gone, right? But what you need to do is make sure that when you feel motivated, when you feel driven, when you've gotten motivation from something, you want to use that motivation to start the chain. Because here's the truth. You've been stuck in the same cycle for years. If you want to get in shape, you want to start working out, and you need to lose fat, then you've been stuck in the same cycle for years, doing the same things over and over and over again. That's why you're in shape. Everything you do shapes what you become. And so you clearly have not been doing the right things for the outcome that you're looking to get, right? But when you use motivation to start that chain, and then eventually you've already got some momentum to go off of, because then eventually it's going to get harder, but it's going to be easier to keep on going. Because if you start from zero where you're demotivated, it's going to be really hard to make that first step. Last night, I was motivated. And so I set an alarm for 3:30 a.m. And so I woke up this morning, not off of motivation anymore. The motivation already faded, but I already set the plan. I already set out what I was going to do. Especially on the short term, this really works. But what it does is if you repeat this cycle over and over and over again, where every time you feel motivation, you use it. And then obviously you do everything in your power to make sure that you can continue that positive trajectory. That's how you truly use motivation to your advantage. Because so many of you guys watch Instagram, Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts and YouTube and TikTok and whatever, and you get motivated, but you do nothing with it. You say, oh, I feel motivated now, so I'm gonna start working out tomorrow. The motivation is gone by tomorrow. If you feel motivated, get up and do something with it. Get up. It's a valuable feeling. It's a valuable asset that you have in the moment, because you have the asset of easy taking action. It's so much easier to take action when you're motivated. And that's why you see people that are inconsistent. That's why you see people, but it's because they don't understand this principle. It's because they don't understand that they're stuck in this identity loop, because you've been doing the same things over and over and over again. But then they think, oh, I feel motivated now. I'm going to start working out. Great. So let's start working out consistently. I'll start tomorrow. No, you won't start tomorrow. You have to start now and get your first workout in as you're motivated. Now, maybe by the time you head to you're at the gym, you're not motivated anymore. But guess what? You're there now. That motivation got you there. And now you continue with perseverance. Now you continue with discipline. Now you continue through will, because that goal is important to you. Now, big thing that you guys are stuck in, which I've seen over and over again, a procrastination loop. Procrastination is simply a lack of the right identity. The reason you're not taking action every day like I am is because we have a different self-image. The way that I view myself, if I've set that 3:30 alarm, I know for certain, 100% that I'll get up. I know there is zero chance in the world that when I set out that plan, that I won't do it. The chance is zero. But I know some of you guys watching this, if you set an alarm at 3:30 a.m. tomorrow night or tonight or whatever, you still won't get it done. You still don't really want to. You still won't actually do it. Nonetheless, get in the water, right? And it's because of that identity loop. It's because over and over and over again, you've done the same things which led to the same outcome. So when you try to do something different, all of a sudden the path is weird. Our brains are drawn to familiarity. So when you do something out of the ordinary, when you do something extraordinary, your brain doesn't like that. Your brain thinks, no, this is not in the mold that we're in. This is not what we've been doing. And so it tries to sway you off path. It gives you procrastination. It gives you demotivation. It gives you these negative feelings. But once you understand that, once you understand the identity loop and how identity works, identity is shaped based sheerly and solely on action. It's straight action. And you can use motivation to fuel the first step, because we always know the first step is the hardest, right? This is why music is so fucking powerful, dude. This is why these videos are so powerful. This is why I come back to this drawing board, come back to the videos here every single time, because I understand this is what motivates people. This is how I can help you take the first step. This is how I can help you shake you up so you can start flowing, so you can start powering forward. Because listen, music has been one of the most impactful things on me in my action. You know why? Because every time I felt down, every time I felt in a rut, every time I felt like shit or felt good, I'd go back to music. I'd go back to these SoundCloud audios. If you know, you know. But motivating ass music, motivating audios with, motivational speech in the background, and that hypes me up. And what it does is it takes me from being in a rut, from being, down, to making it easier to take the first step, to make it easier to flip the script. You know what I mean? And then obviously from there on, it's not going to be easy. From there on, I have to continue, pursuing that, whether it be waking up or heading to the gym or putting in some work, getting on my desk and sitting down and focusing on my laptop, getting my client work done, getting another client call done, more client programming, helping you guys out, thinking of more videos. These things require effort. Sometimes I don't feel like it at all. And then I listen to some music or self-accountability, right? But let's use music now. And then I'm hyped up, I'm motivated. And guess what? Now it's easier to start. So then I sit down and I start doing the work, and after 5 minutes, I might not feel like it, but I've already started it, and so it's much easier to keep it going. And after a while, as you repeat this on, and you use motivation, and you keep on doing that every single day, eventually what will happen is your identity starts changing. The way you view yourself starts changing, because I bet if you start waking up at 5 a.m. every single day now, I'm not telling you to, but I'm telling you if you would, we all know you want to. We all want to. If you don't, then this might not be the right channel for you. But if you start doing that every single day, after a month, you're going to look at yourself differently. Your self-image will have shifted. And on the 31st day, how likely do you think, or how confident do you think you would be that you would wake up at 5 a.m. the next morning again after 30 times of already doing that? How confident would you be? Probably really confident. Because guess what? The past 30 days, you've done it. So that 31st is nothing. But the first day feels big. The first day you start doubting yourself. The first day you might have some motivation. Maybe day 3 is the hardest. Point is, as you build up more momentum, as you repeat the positive cycles, and you go and you go and you go, you get more confident with it. Same way, it works the opposite. It's vice versa, right? You tell yourself you're going to go to the gym, but you don't do it. You tell yourself you're going to start eating clean, but you don't do it. You tell yourself you're going to start waking up early, taking cold showers, meditating, journaling, reading, whatever, but you don't really do it. And what happens is your brain gets the signal. You lie to yourself. You're lying to yourself. Every time you tell yourself you're going to head to the gym today, but you don't do it, you've lied to yourself. And so your brain loses trust in you. It loses trust in what you're saying, in what your motives are, your goals, and what you want to be doing. And so the moment you say, after having lied to yourself multiple times, you tell yourself, I'm going to go to the gym today. What do you think your brain thinks? I skipped it multiple times already. I mean, your brain even doesn't believe that you're going to do it. Your brain doesn't have the belief in itself because action says that it doesn't. Because action says that there's no reason to believe what you're saying now. Because that's how it's always been. And so do you understand how detrimental this is to your growth? Because every single time you set a new goal and you tell yourself you're going to do it, your brain already knows that you're not going to do it. Even though you really might want to commit this time, even though this time is different, your brain still has that same, it's still programmed the same way. It still has that past experience. So what do you need to do? Sheer action, self-accountability. You need to listen to these videos, get back here every single week and realize and be inspired and use motivation to your advantage instead of being a victim to it where you feel motivation, it dies off and you feel like shit. Instead of that, you feel motivation, you take action on it, you rise above and then continue that momentum with your own discipline. So much easier once you actually make the start. So much easier when you're already halfway through the workout and then you feel the demotivation because you already started. And so every time I go on a call with someone or I DM with one of you guys have been sending me a lot of DMs recently. I think you guys really like the videos. I hear this loop so often. So many guys are stuck in this. So many guys just need to break the mold and be able to use motivation to actually get better instead of being a victim to it. Listen, you know you have the potential. You know that you're meant for more. You know that you can do so much better. That's what it takes. That's what it takes to be happy. That's what it takes to be fulfilled. That's what it takes to live a life of pride and fulfillment and purpose. But you're stuck here, stuck with these bad habits that make you feel tense and tight, but you still do them. That make you doubt yourself, that give you a negative self-image, but you still do them. This cycle of inaction, which keeps repeating. You know you need to get better, bro. You know you do. Here's the thing. Give it time, and all you'll feel is regret. Give it time, and all you'll feel is, I wish, I should have, I could have, I would have. But now is the time to make sure that you don't. Listen, if you want to become him, that version that you're envisioning, if you want to become him tomorrow, you have to be him today. You have to be him today. There is no more waiting around. Guess what? It's almost February 2026. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing that? What year were you born? What was it? 2000, 1998, maybe 2001, 2002, 2005 potentially? Years, man. Years have gone by. Years. Wasted potential. You could have abs by now, man. I'm no different than you. I'm no different than you. I truly am not. But what I do is thrive every day. I feel good, even though when I don't feel good, I still let that action flow, because eventually that'll make me feel better. Eventually that'll build me a life of fulfillment. A version of me that is proud of being me, that loves being me. Can you honestly tell yourself that you love being yourself truly, deeply? You feel a deep love and excitement knowing that you are you. Pride that you do what you do, that you think the way you think, that you act the way you act. I can say that of myself. I truly love being me. And what I do, these early morning wake-ups, the cold exposure, the hard trainings, the hundreds of trainings that I've already done, the clean foods I eat, and the relationship I have with myself, where I go to bed every day journaling and just put down my thoughts. In these videos, put down my thoughts. The way I'm setting myself up for freedom by pursuing my passion, inspiring you guys. Not only inspiring, but changing lives. Every time I talk to my clients and they make progress and they feel good and they got leaner, they build more muscle, the workouts are feeling good, the diet is great, they don't track their calories, but they eat clean and they send over their pictures to me. So every time I see how clean they're eating and how they're hitting more workouts than last week, and how they're training hard, I'm feeling better, I'm making more progress. Waking up early. I'll see some of my guys at 4:30 a.m. I get a notification that they're up as well. That's what I love. That gives me fire and fuel and passion. Bring back passion, bro. Bring back passion. Fuck being nonchalant. You got to bring back passion. Because what is a life of dullness? A life of wasted potential when you can be passionate, making progress, growing, feeling good, proud to be yourself. That's what I want. And I know you want that too. 5:30 a.m. Woke up 2 hours ago. Dreams don't work unless you do. So fucking work for it. Let's get it, boys.